Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Citizen Sleeper. We are currently working our way through the Flux storyline here, but I'm also helping Bliss at the same time, which has caused a little bit of a problem in terms of dice allocation, but I think we can make it work if we dance around a little bit. We were working our way through the reservoir, as we're about halfway on that one, and the algae we haven't barely done any on, right? Okay, no, we haven't done much of that. We don't have any boosts or anything, so it's kind of a pain. I'm still looking to get 2 more scrap components, but before that, let's go and have a rest in our bed, because we have no dice. Where is my apartment? There it is, repaired unit. Feed the cat, because why not? And end the cycle. Okay, we lost one of our dice, which is a bit upsetting. We also don't have any stabilizers, so I'm going to have to worry about that at some point. A 2 and a 1, but we did get 2 5s, which maybe that's enough to help us finish with Bliss. I'm going to hope it is. Let's ascend up here. I don't remember how much we have left to do. Oh, a lot. Oh, yes. Oh, lovely. I mean, I can patch the solar sails again, apparently. With no boost, it's a little bit scary. We might only get a neutral, but let's not do that, actually. Because we actually get more rigged and ready on the other side. There's just a chance to lose it if it's not high enough. So let's just put our... I put a 3 in here. A 2 in here, sorry. Does it go to a 4? There's a chance to fail. I really don't want to fail. Let's just drop our 5s in here. That's going to give us, what, 6, which will put us to 3/4. I got 5 cryo. You delicately spin the spur, unwinding the sailcloth without it tearing. Yep, try again. Okay, that leaves us with a 1 and a 2. I can use that 1 to get Heaven Edge data, or could I use it for something else? No, the Heaven Edge data is probably the best use for it. Might be able to use that 2 for something. There's a chance. The 2 I might be able to boost. Another 5 cryo there. 20 cryo. Bearing in mind I'm going to have to buy myself some stabilizers soon, because we lose too many dice. We're going to find this actually impossible to do, which would be very upsetting. I still need to work for Rabia, but let's go see if we can use this 2 in the water plane. I don't think I can. I've just remembered that I'm pretty sure I have great boosts to the hacking the sensors, but I have none for the siphoning of the water. Okay, we are. Okay, cross your fingers. Let's hope we get a high dice. Great. I mean, a 3 is better than a 2, I guess. Oh, what can I do with that? And bearing in mind, we still have to work with the cordon as well with our friend here. Should we intercept the comms with this? Get it to a 5. Seems like a good idea. The cordon buzzes with radio transmissions and data packets. Intercepting them help give you a sense of how things run here. Okay, one's relatively easy. Ooh, I don't like this countdown. I don't like it. Trying to help Bliss at the same time has made this whole thing a lot more complicated, and I'm not sure if it was ever a good idea. I'm gonna go feed the cat again. A lot of this is relying heavily on our dice, so we're gonna be like scooping through days here. Not a lot of story going on until we get past this particular section, so yep, next day. Good hand, please. Ugh. Gonna re-roll that. Okay, well, mediocre, I suppose. Can I use these for Bliss? Because we're almost there. We're so close. I can use these. +2 gives us a 6. Will give us a 3, and then we only need 2, which means we'll have finished. and then I can focus fully on the other story. Can I use this 3? Get me to a 5, that should do it. Okay, there we go. Rigged and ready. In record time. The atmosphere in the airlock is euphoric. You and Bliss keep grinning at each other like idiots. Exhausted, blinded, sore, and aching idiots. Sleeper, that was incredible. She punches you on the arm. I never thought we were going to make it. Those idiots tangled the whole thing up like nothing I've ever seen. We make a good team? Bliss smiles a winning smile. As the lock's inner doors clunk open, Moritz gives a rare whoop. He looks exhausted too, and for good reason. Moritz has been the one ferrying tools and parts back and forth from the ship. His tired smile tells you he's glad it's done. Sleeper? Bliss? He shakes his head. Impressive. When I saw that ship come in, I thought there was no way. Why, thank you, Moritz, she winks, for believing in us. Moritz rolls his eyes. You know what I mean. Take the compliment. He shoulders some of the gear that came back in with you and Bliss and heads to the racks to stow it. Bliss turns to you. I think you should be the one to do the honours. He nods to the ragged-looking console that Moritz assembled. I don't want to jinx it. She smiles, but you can see she is genuinely nervous. Don't worry. I'll stop worrying when the chits are in my hands and I'm giving them a gimbal bartender. You glide over to the console and check the screen. It takes a second to see what you are doing through the flickering, cracked display. But after a moment, you see the accounts. There it is. Almost 1,000 cryo sat in the bay's transfer account. Well, Bliss calls. Have we been screwed again? We did it. Bliss kicks off from the floor and spins up into the bay, shouting as she does. The noise takes Moritz by surprise, and he knocks a rack of parts, scattering handfuls of metal fixings across the bay. The sight is something. Glinting steel catching the work lights like glitter. Sorry, says Bliss, grinning, when she comes back down. I needed that. She kicks off and joins you at the terminal. Moritz even managed to sell that produce. We made a tiny profit. Eventually, she laughs. Here. She loads a stack of blank chits into the terminal and transfers a chunk of the cryo to them. This is your cut. Bliss hands you the chits. Thank you for believing in this place. He looks away and smiles, even when I couldn't. When you first met me, I was on the edge of giving up. All it would have taken was one more push. But now this place is sparking again. Work is coming in, and there are funds in the accounts. Even Moritz has a spring in his step. You both look over at him, happily racking up tools. That's because of you. He punches you on the arm. He likes you. He's a good kid. He isn't bad, is he? He leans in closer. You know, he came here looking to rob the place. You gave him a job instead. He laughs. Don't tell him I told you that. I just thought it might help you understand the kid. Moritz turns to look at you, and both Bliss and you awkwardly wave. Maybe it's time to change the subject. You gonna be okay? Hey, always. He looks away. From here on out, it's going to be a little easier. I'm going to look for some component contracts, stuff that will keep us inside the bay, not out in the black. No need to risk our necks if we don't need to. You want to cash out? That's fine, but there'll always be work for you here when you need it. I appreciate it. He smiles, and then, out of nowhere, quickly gives you a hug. He steps back and glances around reflexively. Take care, he says, softly. You too? You turn to leave. And Sleeper? Yeah? He smiles. Don't spend that all at once. Good lord, that was like 300 cryo? Oof. Well, don't have to worry about running out of money for that condition for a while. And Bliss's Bay is on a cooldown. Moritz has heard Bliss speaking with someone remotely. Is there another job coming in? His Bay is taking on low-scale repair contracts now. Moritz is happy to offload some work to you. That's just money. Okay, right, so I'm not going to have to worry about that till that clock runs out. Did I get an upgrade point for that? I do. I now have 2 upgrade points. I think I am going to boost. Is it engineer? Is it engineer that keeps snagging me? Let's go over here. Algae stack. What's in here? Is it engineer? No, it's engage in here. What is it in the reservoir? Engineer. Do you know, I'm going to go for engineer. Getting that +1 might help. Oh, it only costs 1. I could have done that a long time ago, huh? For some reason I thought this was 2 upgrade points, but no, it's 1 upgrade point. And then 2 would have been for self-repair. Wow, that would be really good. I should probably look at getting that. I could pick up Thrill Seeker. Chance to gain energy after any engage action. So, you know what, let's just save it for now. So we have a 4 and a 4. And we need to focus solely on getting the supplies required here. Well, that makes it a 5, which means at least there's no negative on the siphoning water. But let's see if we can get this working. Oh, F&H alert. You tap one of the pipes, but as you do, you see flashing warning lights of a sensor. You hope no one notices. Esh grimaces. Don't worry about it. You find an outlet valve between a web of sensors. Delicately, you begin filling a tank. Esh gives you a thumbs up. This is working. Okay, we've only got 2 left on the getting water. Let's go and buy ourselves a stabilizer. Because I genuinely think that having that extra dice is going to save us. It's not very good money-wise. A little bit wasteful. But let's see. Bashiro now runs a dispensary out of the block. He eyes you as you approach. Yep. He takes the chits and hands you a vial. You quickly leave. Right, so we have our stabilizer. I could go hand in these mushrooms to the lady, but for now, I'm going to focus on this flux, I think. So let's rest again. We're going to feed the cat. Do I want to apply the stabilizer? I think I do. It's a bit wasteful. Very wasteful, in fact. Gained 1 dice, but we're on so many timers. I'm paranoid. In the cycle. We're going to have to eat something tomorrow. Because we're starving. Really? A 6, a 1, a 1, a 2, and a 1. What the hell? This game is trying to get me killed. I'm convinced this game is trying to get me killed. Well, first, let's just go to Emphis, buy some food here. Spiced fungus. Perfect. It's 3 energy, lovely. Let's go see if we can get the water. I'll use the 6. Hopefully that's enough. 2, is that only going to give me 1? I'm going to re-roll those dice, I think. Yep, only 1. Okay, let's re-roll. Please give me a 5 or a 6. Or a 4, I guess. Okay, there we go. We got some Heaven Edge alert, but we filled up water for the flotilla. I think we're good. Tucked into a service corridor deep below the reservoir, Esh is double checking the seals on the water tanks loaded onto the motorized trolley. Though you are far enough away from any thoroughfares not to worry about being overheard, You both still speak in hushed tones. How'll you get these to the briar? Ash glances back at you. We'll trolley these up to a bay further along, and then we'll bring in the briar for a quick and quiet collection. Speaking of quiet, he gives you a look, and then looks pointedly back down the corridor towards the reservoir before hitting the ignition on the trolley to start it moving. You take the other side of the trolley and walk it up the wide service corridor. With its flickering lights and Solheim detritus, you doubt it get used by Heaven Edge. At least, that's the hope. You glance across at Esh, her face a mask of determination, as she guides the trolley along. Maybe some conversation will make this journey go a little easier. How'd you meet Peak? Esh pauses, a little surprised by your question. She glances back down the tunnel, but in this deserted passage, she can hardly keep up the pretense of silence. We grew up together, she answers quickly, and turns back to the trolley. But she can tell you are expecting her to add more. She seems to gather herself for an answer, not wanting to ignore you, but trying instead to get her answer straight in her head. Our outpost, Hawthorne, is not an easy place to grow up. The administrators keep a tight hold of everything. She rolls her eyes. Even though they are trapped in the same decaying installation as everyone else. Peak? He pauses. Peak found it harder than most. He pauses again, judging her words. I stepped in to help them out. Silence descends again, but you can feel the wheels turning in Esh's mind as the creaking wheels of the trolley take you along the corridor. Peak isn't the most practical of people. They used to be, well, they needed someone to teach them to look after themselves, stand up for themselves. That was me. He smiles, after I couldn't get rid of them. Esh stops talking, but you see her eyes have lit up, and you imagine she is recalling some moment or other from her and Peak's past. You both reach a wide bulkhead doorway, and have to stop to shimmy the trolley over the edge. You are done. Esh turns to you. I'm good from here. Head back. And with that, she is gone, moving off into the dark tunnel ahead. You watch her go, and then turn around and walk the distance back to the staircase you entered from. The tunnel humming around you, as you do. As you walk, you try to piece together Esh's past, but all you have are glimpses of her person who once was. She seems to prefer it that way. Interesting. But at least we have all the water we need for the briar. So now all we have to worry about is the algae stack, which there's still a lot of work here. We got no boosts on our engage, so that's going to be high rolls only. We do have the cordon. Oh my god, look, we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days? Oh, we should be okay. I think I've been over worried about how long we actually have here, especially since I can intercept the comms quite easy here. This, hopefully, cross our fingers, this will give us another 2. There we go. Tap the broadcast detailing the orders for the operations, which leaves me with 2 wands, which means I'm probably going to go and get some Heaven Edge data. You know, just because I have money doesn't mean I don't need more money. That's the way the world works. Who wouldn't want more money? Oh. And I still haven't figured out where to put that seed, by the way. It's it's hard to express how much that is irritating me. I'm sure it's going to just magically work out. I'm going to find out. It's probably got something to do with the mushroom, which, because it doesn't have a timer on it, I am kind of putting it in the background for now, just while we're doing this flux quest. Well, I could get some Yataghan data, but I haven't actually found a place to put Yataghan data yet. Can I do any work for Rabia? with a 1. They're all risky. I guess I could do Patrol the Ward for a +2. There's still 25% chance it's going to go horribly wrong, so maybe not. What can I do with this 1? I've got to do something with it. I guess I could work the bar? I think I just lose energy if I work the bar and it goes wrong. Let's try it. 50% chance that it's not going to go wrong. Cross your fingers. And... poo. Hey, at least I still got 10 cryo. But with that, I think we're going to end this episode here. In the next episode, we're going to carry on trying to negotiate with the farmers. Let's hope the game gives me more than just 1s and 2s. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thank you again to the members of the channel. It really does help keep the channel going. And as always, I'll see you next time.